presentation of my assignment 3, the terminal application. And this is the car cell application. And the first is to launch the main file. We use the bash script. We can see first it will to see whether a Python is installed or not. Then we create a virtual environment, then activate it, then install the pip packages that required, then launch the main Python file. And so this is a car sale application helping the buyers to select the cars. So the feature 1 is input and output functions. So this is CSV files that created by the cells. So you can edit it in Excel. It's very common, and you can put the car car details into it. Now there are 50 cars in the stock, so there are 50 details in the CSV file. And this is the result, the output of the applications. So it will output a purchase order with car details and the loan details and the purchase date and the sales name. Then it will also create a car sold list, which will put the sold car information into it. So this is the function that input CSV files and transfer it to a list that contains lots of dictionaries. And now there are 50 dictionaries in it. One dictionary refers to one car. So we can do anything we want with the dictionaries in the Python. This is the output functions code. The above part is purchase order with loan information. So there are lots of loan calculations functions here. And the bottom part is purchase order without loan information. And this is the function that the stock list will automatically update. So after all this happens, the last thing for the system to do is to remove the sold car from the stock list, then add it to sold car list. This is the function is made by pandas packages, so it's very clear. And the feature 2 is, as a buyer, you can choose your car now. We have 5 criteria: type, brand, year, KM, and the price. You can filter it. Then a car has been selected. The buyer can either save it to a built-in wish list or select again or choose it to the next step, which is a long step. So the part 1 of car selection is to filter the brand. First, the system will print all the brand in the stock list and without repetitions. So then the buyer can type the brand into it to filter the brand, or just skip it or quit. The part 2 is to type the minimum number of the number range, because the rest of the criteria, year, K, and price, are all number criteria. So we can make them into one function. The first is to type to enter the minimum number, like 2015, to answer the question, what is the mean of the year you want, and then enter the maximum number, and you can match this range to the car list. And you can just skip all the questions which means the system will select all the cars in the car list for you, because there's no requirement. So the part 4 is after the filter, all the cars that meet the requirements will be printed out. So the buyer can decide to save or to select again. Select again is easy to understand. You just do a continual loop to select it again, or choose the car. Choose the car is to go to the next step, or to save it. What means to save it? Save it. We can save it to a built-in wish list, and the user can enter look to call out the wish list. So here, like an example, I type look, there's a 1 in the wish list. If there are many cars in the wish list, they are all printed out. Then it will ask the buyer, do you want to save it again or choose any of it? If we type choose, it will go to the next step, which is the long function. Yeah, this is the car chosen. And this is the feature 3, this long function. First, it will ask the buyer, do you want long or not? If yes, it will ask to input the terms. I type 5, which means 5 years. They will have a monthly payment show printed out and ask, do you want to accept this offer? I just type yes, then enter complete to complete the purchase order. If I don't want to choose the long offer, just it will skip the whole function, skipped to the purchase order. So there are some other general features. In any security instance, the wrong letters are being put, the application will ask buyer to input again. This is the error handling. Like if wish list is empty, it will print the wish list is empty. And if this is to see whether the input is a number or not. And the second is you can type quit to exit the program. And this is, you can enter look to watch the wish list. Design, and the designs come from 2 websites. One is car sales. It's very similar to these applications, but much more complicated. And the loan is come from the realestate.com. There is a loan calculator here. You can type some information here to get the loan information details. And the challenge is bugs everywhere. Some implicit errors need to test again and again. And the favorite part is the debugging, and it's very practical to use built-in debugging and very, very funny. And you see my application runs smoothly. That's very rewarding. So let's run the applications together. First is to run the bash script. Then first it will ask you to type the brand. I just type BMW. Okay. Then they will ask you 6 criteria. I just type skip for now, which means all the cars will be printed out. If I type nonsense, it will ask me to type a number. I just type skip. Then there are 12 BMW cars in the stock, so there are 12. So I want to save it to this wish list. I just type save. Which one I want to save? I just type the 1. So I can choose it again, but I want to see the wish list now. I just type look. So the wish list was called out. So there's 1 in the wish list. So I want to choose it. Choose which one. I only have 1, so I choose the first one. So do you want to see the loan offer? Yes. So the terms, I type 2 years. 2 years monthly payments, 2,000. That's too many. So I don't want to accept this loan offer. So I type no. So I can type the terms again. So this time I type 5 years. So 900 monthly payment. That's better. So I can accept this offer. So I can complete this this purchase order. So you can see there is a purchase order created here. It contains the car details and the loan amount and purchase date, sales name, and the car list. There's a 1 deleted from here and moved to the car sold list. So then the application ended. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.